And he said, and I am in the midst. You know, he's where?
In the midst.
Where is he in the midst?
Right here.
No. He said, I'm in the midst of the shaking and the sorting. I'm in the midst of the shifting. I'm in the midst of the moving. I'm in the midst of the falling away. Many fall away. I'm in the midst. I'm mighty. In other words, it's not moving me. I'm not moved by it. Because I know what I'm going to do. That's the word. That was David when I talked to you. And the word that for tonight, I'm going to share it in just a second. Now, he said, many will fall away. I am mighty, and I am in the midst. He says, I am moving. And so he says, stay focused. Somebody says, stay focused. Stay the course. I'll say it one more time. He says, stay focused and stay the course. You kind of reminds me of Paul. He's out there in the middle of the waters and the ship and tore all to pieces. He said, unless you all died in the ship, you're going to what? Likewise. So everybody got a board and a piece of something holding on. But he said, that shall be known. The angel of the Lord appeared to me and came to me in the middle of the night and showed me there would be no lives lost. Those who died in the ship. You know, I know he says, I am that I am. I am releasing manna. So that's I'm releasing manna. And then in the midst of that, God began to show a vision of quail. Quail was being released. And God said that's going to be divine substance. And God's going to make provision where people have been anemic, not been getting what they think, not been feeding, not been eating, not getting what you think you needed. But God says, I'm dropping manna. And he says, I'm going to send you quail. Yeah. The people were hungry. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The people were hungry. The people were hungry. But God said, I'm dropping manna. I'm going to send you quail. Can you hear me? I'm hungry. Oh, you know I love Jesus.
Are you the quail?
Have you out to real quick?
God.
Well.
Where you at?
In Haggai 2, we there?
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
Somebody help me. This is what the Lord was talking about. He was talking about the shaking, but I didn't get the verse. Can you spot the verse where he was talking about the shaking? Right there, Haggai 2. What verse was it? 7, 9. 7. Look at verse 7 real quick. You got it?
Yeah.
What does it say?
And I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come. And I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts. Silver is mine, and gold is mine, says the Lord of hosts.
Now notice what he says. The shaking is the prerequisite to the glory. Now we may think we've been enjoying glory and think we've already been had something pretty special that we're trying to hold on to. But God said, you understand. I'm shaking the house so I can feel it. This process is so I'm shaking it so I can feel it. So I can put in it what it needs. That's how I'm going to fill the house with glory. That may be a wonderful thing in light of our despairs and our discouragement and some of our disillusionment about how things are going or what's going on. If we knew that God was using the process in order to give you a greater demonstration of who He was, could you fall for that? Could you fall for that? Could you go for that?
Yes.
So the only problem is what God's saying you know versus what you know. Right? The problem is what you know. And how tied you are to the previous system.
Come on.
Because you know the enemy to any new move is the what?
Change.
It's the old move. What your last experience with God is going to be always the enemy to the next one. Because we get comfortable at places. And God has to stretch us. And He's stretching some people here. God is mandating some things for your life. There's a tremendous grace that rests on you as a people. And the enemy is trying to keep you in that place of where you don't have the level of confidence and boldness to be able to step into the ministry and the callings that God has for your life. And so we've been sitting around waiting on someone to start something, to do something, so what God called you to do, it can be facilitated. So guess what God does to get you started? We go to Acts 8 chapter, what did He do? He created persecution. He stirred it up. So y'all ain't gonna get out of here. I force you to do it. I force you to do what I called you to do. Yeah, but we're surrounded waiting on somebody to help endorse me, waiting on somebody to affirm me, waiting on somebody to ordain me. Are y'all here? So God stepped up himself and told Jeremiah, said, listen, before your mama knew anything about you, I had already ordained you. So if the process don't work, if it don't work like you thought it should work, then you need to talk to the one who ordained you before your mama knew you. What y'all say? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we're at that place where the rubber has to meet the road. And we can't stop losing out on what God has purposed. Here's the issue. We're at a time where you need real vision. Somebody say real vision.
Real vision.
You know what real vision would do? It's kind of like the guy of World Vision was talking about the missions. The guy, he was talking about this couple he met. They were on a cruise. They were out on this cruise, and they had this little 4-year-old girl that was with them on the cruise. And everybody was out on the balcony of the ship, and they was looking at over the ocean and commenting on how beautiful the ocean was. And the little girl, 4 years old, she wasn't tall enough to see him over the dance. So she's pulling on his trouser. Daddy, pick me up. Let me see. So she's pulling on, so finally he picks her up, holds her up, and she's looking out over the ocean. And she said, Daddy, look. And so he said, what, baby? He said, Daddy, look. What, baby? Daddy, look. Now he's frustrated now. What, baby? Daddy, look. She was so amazed by what she see. This is the statement she made out of 4 years old. She said, I can see beyond where my eyes can look. Say it one more time. She said, I can see beyond where my eyes can look. Anybody know that can see beyond where your eyes can look? Because many of us are so focused on what we can look at in the present environment, and we can't see beyond where our eyes can look. Vision is the imagination of the heart. It is the perspective and the sight of the heart. And when you got real vision, you can see the true nature of things, and you can see farther than your eyes can look. And so even though I see what's going on, vision clues you in on a whole other level in terms of what God's mandated. Read the text for me. And we'll read this word and we'll stop.
Which one?
What verse you started with in Haggai? What was it? You start with which verse? 7. Go to verse. Go ahead. Go read it.
The glory of this latter house shall be greater than the former, says the Lord of hosts, and in this place I will give peace, says the Lord of hosts. Now
think about it for a moment. Now if we believe the word of God, we believe that God is speaking and God said the glory of the latter house, would you not exchange all that you've experienced up to now for what he wants to do? Yeah. Would you not trade all what you thought you enjoyed if he said the glory of the latter house will be greater than anything you saw as former glory? Yeah. Would you not swap that? Would you not trade what God wants to do for what you thought he had done? Would you not give up what you thought he had done for what he really wants to do? God said that's going to be a latter glory. And there's going to be nothing like the former glory. He said, guys, I'm doing something. He said, but I need you to die in. I cannot have you keep perpetuating disillusionment, disgust, despair, depression. Disenfranchisement. I can't afford you despair. I can't afford you to keep perpetuating that. I've got to have you to understand what I want to do. I need you in a place so I can be able to do it. Now, many of you that are in this room, that are crying out to God, you need to set times where y'all can pray. You can cry to God for what God wants to do. Amen. And he told Peter, on this rock, I'm going to build my church. The gates of hell prevail means it won't be strong. If the enemy cannot mount he cannot mount a serious attack against what God's building. He can't mount a serious attack. And if we know that in that arena, he says, upon this rock I build my church, and against it. But now, what's this rock? He said, Peter said, thou art the Christ. What God is revealing. Revelation that God reveals about his process, about his projects, about what he's purposing. Enemy cannot mount a serious attack against you. He can't even be a serious threat against you. So we're trying to develop revelation in the things that the Lord is building versus we think somebody has built. And even when we're trying to build ourselves. Go to Hebrews 12 real quick. I know nobody's going to be shouting that.
That's hallelujah.
Hallelujah. But you got to love it. You got to love it. Anybody love it?
Amen.
All right, now. We're in Hebrews 12. All right, now. 12, we're in verse 26, right? We're in verse 26. What does it say? We got it. Go on.
Whose voice then shook the earth, but now he hath promised, saying, Yet once more I shake, not the earth only, but also heaven.
Now here's the thing I want you to understand. When we go back and we take the Exodus account, when we realize when God brought the people to the mountain, and the purpose for that shaking, the purpose that God brought them there. And some of us, we brought us to a place that was glorious, places where we were really enjoying good government, enjoying great praise, all the wonderful things that personify good ministry, all those things that personify good ministry that we was enjoying, and all of a sudden, God begins to speak on it, begin to decree on it, all of a sudden that thing begins to shake. So much so that even the minister is quaking and shaking. He's lost his way. He didn't understand. I don't understand. The Bible said Moses even began. He feared and quaked. Because of shaking. He said, I'm going to shake everything that can be shaken. And so in that, as we look at Hebrews, God says, and notice what he says. We're going to read the rest of it.
And this word, yet once more, signifieth the removing of those things that are shaken, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken will remain.
All right, now, we was telling people, I said, guess what? In the shaking, guess what's causing the shaking? Guess what's causing the shaking? God is speaking about something. It's his word that he's put out that has created the convulsion. It's not going to put out a word that's creating the shaking. It's something that God wants, and he's putting out a word that is created. But you know why he did it? You know why he's doing it? You know what the purpose of the shaking? You know what the shifting is about? God's testing folks. That's some of you in terms of God is displeased with. He's displeased with your murmuring. Because you feel justified. He's displeased with your complaining. Because you feel justified. Because of all that you can articulate and enumerate that you think is wrong. And it can be all that. But if the issue is, if God is testing me, why am I judging you? I'm going to say it again. If God's testing me, approving me, why am I judging you? I've been in that. I've had that going on. I've been in situations where God put someone, planted them in the midst of the ministry, and they just created havoc. And I got tired of it and finished straight it out. And God stopped me. And I can use none of this to justify it. Even though it was out of order. And I had Bible on it. And he asked me, he said, what are you finna do? I said, I'm finna straighten this out. Because people are leaving. I have to go, people are leaving out that door. I'm having to go around the other door while they're ministering to go out and stop them and keep them leaving each other. Because the spirit is on this brother is of such that when he ministers, it creates confusion among the people and it makes people don't want to hear it. So they leave. They hear nothing. And so I'm trying to go explain to them, this is his warfare. It's the fight he got. It's not the brother. I'm trying to explain. They ain't falling for it. So after a while, I said, well, I got to straighten this out. So I get ready to pull these passages up that will speak to the order. And when I pull the passage, the Lord said, hey, what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna go right and straighten it out. He said, what do you mean you're gonna straighten it out? I said, well, I got 5 passages right here that verifies the disorder that he's in, and I'm gonna straighten it out. He said, well, you got 5 passages, but which one of them I gave you? Yeah, this is the Bible. But then I give you that. You can't use it if I don't tell you. He said, you can prepare the horse against the day of the battle, prepare the horse against the day of battle, but the victory rests with me. You can't determine what I want to use to win this battle.
Right.
You might think he's head and shoulders taller than it, and that you might want to use that, but I may not want to use him.
Sure.
So if I don't give you them, you can't use it. I felt justified until he broke it down a little bit more. And then after he said this, and let me tell you something. He said, do you know who this brother was? He was Christ. You know why I allowed him to come through here? Because I was testing your love. To see you are loved or not. Now we always say we love. The Bible says you love your enemies. Well, we love him until he is an enemy. Once we find out, you can be an unknown enemy. But once we find out, the game changes. It changes once you really know that. Anybody say pray for them that do what? Bless them that curse you. Pray for them that despitefully use you. Ain't nobody get away with that. Not that I know it. Right? Yeah, I'm going to pray for you after I done straighten it out. Right? Yeah, I'm going to pray for you. Because that's just stuff in the Bible. That's what the Bible says. And we fail in the practice. You know, this stuff is common knowledge, but it's not common practice.
Good.
I said it's common knowledge, but it's not common practice. Stuff breaks down, stuff begins to delineate, break down, and begin malfunction. Then all of a sudden, we ain't got no tolerance, we ain't got no patience. But we love, right? Yeah. We're going to have to be called on this stuff because we got to stop playing in church while we're accusing other folks of doing stupid stuff. What do you do? We're accusing other folks of not living up to the standard. What are we doing? I said, we're accusing other folks of not living up to the standard. What are we doing? Well, that's because I'm not the preacher. Right? I'm not the one on the spot. I'm not on the rock. So I don't have to be, huh? Who told you that? What Bible you been reading? To him that know to do good, and do it not to you to sin. To the one who sees. God said, leaders, I judge that. I take that. But when I told you, if you know to do good, and even for you to withhold that in your hand, that is to do good, it's a sin. That's for believers, isn't this? Leaders. And matter of fact, I tell people, listen, there's a strong anointing and grace on your life, and the man up there preaching you trying to get you up. You need apostolic apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors. They have to be foundational ministers. You know why? So they can lay down and be that, allow you to walk across. Paul said, death has to work in me so that the life in you can come forth. I need to be able to take a death sentence, to raise up what's in you. Because I know the level that you're going to dismiss yourself because you feel like you're not an apostle or prophet. How you